guys, welcome to Elli-May's Smoked Barbecue. Today we're going to be doing a pot roast. And what we have here is a chuck roast, about a 3-pound chuck roast that we got from the local grocery store. And what we're going to do is smoke it using hickory wood on the drum smoker. And then we're going to inject it with some beef broth for some flavoring, and then we're going to season it with our world famous brisket rub. And this basically consists of equal parts of salt, kosher salt, pepper, granulated garlic, and a couple splashes of cayenne pepper just for a little bit of a kick. So what we're going to do, like I said, we're going to inject it, and then we're going to season it, and then we're going to throw it on the smoker probably for an hour and a half or so just to get some smoke on it. And then once that's done, we're going to bring it back in, put it in a pan. We're going to throw some onion, carrots, potatoes in there, then cover it in some beef broth and probably put a little bit more seasoning on it, and then put it back on the smoker to finish it off to get it nice and tender. Probably take another hour and a half or so from that point once we get it wrapped. So we're looking at about a 4.5 hour total cook time. So the first thing I want to do is get this injected. I got my handy dandy syringe injector here. So we'll get it full of some of this broth. This is our world famous beef broth that we make. It's not really world famous. And there we go. And then no random patterns, you know, every inch or so. Squirt a little bit in there, squirts out. Give it some flavor. Kind of see how it plumps up. Kind of like Arnold Schwarzenegger, Incredible Hulk, when they get mad and plump up. So we'll get that nice and injected. Spin it around a little bit. This has some nice marbling in it. So it's a nice piece of meat. It's going to have a lot of flavor once it's done. So go inside there. A little bit of trouble. And we didn't trim this. We just basically took it out of the package, let it come up to room temperature, and then now injecting it. But you can just see the injection squirting out of it in various places. So there you have it, nice and injected. And now we'll get it seasoned. Now this has beef, can take a lot of salt and a lot of pepper, so don't be afraid to over season it with your rub. I love garlic, so I put garlic, a lot of garlic in it as well. And then just to give it a little bit of punch, some cayenne pepper. Cayenne pepper is not necessary, and the garlic's not necessary either. Salt and pepper will do just fine. Just want to make sure you get all sides coated. And then once we get this thing rubbed, we'll let it sit here for about 20 minutes. While the smoker heats up, let the salt and pepper work its magic on the meat. And then we'll throw it on. We're going to run the smoker today about 275 degrees. Like I said, like hour and a half, just till we get good smoke on it and get some good color. And then we'll wrap it up with some veggies and some more au jus to finish it off. So there you have it, nice and rubbed down. You can kind of see the salt's already starting to pull the moisture out of it. We're going to have to sit here for about 20 minutes or so while the smoker heats up. Like I said, 275 degrees, 300 degrees, somewhere in that range, probably for an hour and a half till we get good color on it and get some good smoke into it. And again, I'm going to use hickory wood on the Oklahoma Joe's drum smoker, the Bronco, one of my favorite smokers. I use it quite a bit. So there you have it. We'll get it on the smoker, let it smoke for a while. We'll check it in about an hour and a half, and we'll bring you back then, and we'll see where we're at. So until then, be safe, stay healthy. All right, guys, we are about 30 minutes into this cook, and you can see the color on this thing is really coming along. It's getting great smoke. So we're going to let it go about another 30 minutes and then see where we're at, see what it looks like, and probably pull it off. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. But there you have it, 30 minutes into the cook. Again, 30 more minutes and we'll check it again. So stay tuned. We'll see you then. Welcome back. Here we have it. Just pulled the roast off the smoker. It ran about an hour and 20 minutes. And you can see it's got plenty of moisture on it. It's got great color. I know you can't smell it, but it smells amazing. And anybody interested in temperatures, the internal temperature was right around 150 degrees when we pulled it off. So what we want to do now is we're going to take this roast, put it in this pan, and then we have a tray of veggies over here that we're going to put in it as well with some au jus, which is probably 2 cups or so, maybe 3. That will pour over everything and then add a little bit more seasoning. On top of it, cover it, put it back on the smoker, probably for another hour, hour and a half. And then check the tenderness and see where we're at. What we're looking for is, put the basically a fork test, and the fork should go into it just like butter. And then you've hit your tenderness. And then we'll pull it off and pull it out and then cut into it and see where we're at. So first things first, I want to take some onion and kind of put make like a little bed for that to sit on. So these are just big jumbo yellows. And this pan's probably a bit of an overkill, but we're going to use it anyway. Give it some breathing room while it's cooking. So let me get this going, and a little bit more. We're going to have a nice little bed for it to lay on, so put this bad boy right up in here. I'm going to pour a little bit of au jus over the top, bottom, and then basically going to go around it with the rest of the onion. Now this is definitely overkill on onion, but I love onions, or I should say we love onions, so we always double and triple the amount of onions that a normal person would put in one of these things. So here we go, get this in there. Here, throw some of these carrots all around it. Here we go. These potatoes are just russet potatoes we cut down, or I should say my wife cut down. Throw them all around here. Wow, this smells so good. This is going to be so good. And you could put anything you want in here, I suppose. If you want to throw some mushrooms in there, you could do that. I don't know. I've seen people throw zucchini and squash in there. I'm not sure how that would taste, but I've seen it done. So anyway, here we have it. Nice thing about this pan is that everything's spread out so we can get a great distribution of heat. So now what we want to do is just kind of go over the top of everything with the rest of the au jus that we have. Wow, this smells just too good. Put some more over the top of this, get some good moisture down in that meat. So there you have it there. And then what I'm going to do is going to cover up the veggies. Not cover up, but sprinkle some more of the seasoning on the veggies. Give it just a little bit more flavor. There we go. God, it smells so good. All right, so there you have it. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put the lid on this and get it back on the smoker. I'm thinking probably another hour and a half or so. Then we'll check it, see where we're at. And like I said, run the smoker around 300 degrees. So there you have it. Once we get it off the smoker, we'll bring it back in, we'll cut into it, and we'll bring you back then. So until then, everybody stay safe, stay healthy. We'll see you in a little bit. All right guys, welcome back. Here it is, finished product. We just took it out of the pan, pulled it out of the oven about 20 minutes ago, so it's kind of resting. Took about 4 hours. It's about 194 degrees internal temperature, if you want to know what the internal temperature is. Potatoes, just pulled one out, really are done. Carrots are done, so can't wait to get into those. So what I want to do now is just cut into this and just see how it came out. So without further ado, Oh Jesus, look at that. Knife goes right through it, just like butter. You can see kind of a smoke ring there, a little bit of moisture still in there. Man, oh man. See how it just goes right through it? Just like butter. Tender as a baby's butt, man. Look at that moisture in there. Holy smokes. My goodness. Let's tear a little bit off. Get some of this fat off here. I'm not big into the fat. So, let me take a bite of this bad boy. Here we go. So tender. Wow, that is tender. Got great flavor. That rub really complements the beef well. Like I said, you can't put enough salt and pepper on beef. It'll take a lot of salt and pepper. This has some garlic in it and a little bit of cayenne pepper as well. Man, it came out real nice, real tender. I mean, this piece fell off when we took it out of the pan. But you can just see it just cuts right through. Look at that. I mean, effortless. Cut another piece there. Just freaking amazing. Man, that is so good. That is so good. It's got great beef flavor. Really good. Well, there you have it. Smoked pot roast. Let me finish this piece of meat first. Ah, so good. Smoked pot roast. Smoked on the drum smoker, the Oklahoma Joe's drum smoker. We used hickory wood. We injected it with some beef broth, and then we seasoned it with our rub, which basically is salt, pepper, granulated garlic, and a little bit of cayenne to give it some kick. And I can really start tasting that cayenne coming back, starting to tingle a little bit. Really good. Smoked it at 300 degrees. Smoked it for about an hour and a half, then took it out and put it into this big pan with some more au jus and potatoes and onion and some carrots, and then put it back, and it ran probably another 2 hours, 2.5 hours until about 30 minutes ago. So here we have it. So remember, give it a thumbs up, ring that bell, and hit that subscribe button. You don't want to miss any future videos. So we're going to go ahead and sit down and enjoy some smoked pot roast and maybe watch a little TV, who knows. So anyway, till next time, everybody take care, stay safe, stay healthy. See you soon.